deflection. Los Fresnos
Live as we are coming to you tonight from San Juan, Texas. It is the 16th annual All-Star Game, East versus West in the RGV. Joe Bowling, Kevin Naro alongside Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. Introduction of the players taking place on this field. It's overcast skies. It has been all day. It's just been a hazy condition. I don't think there's any threat of rain in the mix. And as we see the teams introduced here, Kevin, it's a lot of firepower up and down the lineup, comprised of all seniors. Once again, the 16th annual Coaches All-Star Game put on by the Rio Grande Valley Coaches Association.
Yeah, a lot of firepower is right, and traditionally the firepower and the depth usually comes from the east side, but this year the west sporting a couple of big hitters and a lot of heavy names coming over from the west side, and I think this year will be a little bit more interesting than it has in the past. The east side have won the last 6 All-Star games, not including the COVID year in 2020, but when you look up and down the west side, you look at the PSJ north side of things and what the Lady Raiders did, and Adi Sainz, who's going to be one of the pitchers for the west side, she had a tremendous year in the circle. Jenna Fabella, and then you have the Loeta twins, one in the outfield, one in the infield. So there's a lot of athleticism. There's a lot of power. You're going to see Kaylee O'Brien from Edinburgh North, also out of that 31-6A district. Did everything for Coach Tressler at the shortstop position. She's a first baseman and an outfielder when she plays travel ball. So you're going to see power, athleticism, and then the pitching's a little interesting too. Is along with Adi, they have Lissa Casanova, the lefty from Pioneer, who the last couple of years down in the Class 5A ranks, Shareland Pioneer, they really made a name for themselves. And Lissa Casanova was spearheading the Lady Diamondbacks these last couple of years. She's a lefty that Coach Paul Cruz will have at his disposal. Alina Garza as well. She's another lefty from Edinburgh High. Won't blow it by you. She's more of a junk pitcher. So there's a mixture of power, velo, and then you're going to have girls that like to throw junk and have a lot of spin, and that's the lefty, Alina Garza from Edinburgh High. On the flip side, you look at the East, it goes back to the softball triangle. You have your traditional heavy hitters in San Benito. You have Harlingen, you have Lyford, all in that lower valley area. Of course, Weslaco going all the way to the region final this year, and a team that we felt they were well due for a run. And she was, we said this year, she was born with the right arm of God, and that's Katia Reyes. She's the #1 player in the valley this year. She was the undisputed MVP of 32-6A, and the things Katia Reyes did this year for Weslaco was anything short of amazing. One of the better pitching performances we've seen as a whole in quite some time, and she's going to have her battery mate with her tonight, Jules Garcia. She'll be the starting catcher. And then you look down into the 32-6A with Los Fresnos. Victoria Altamirano had the breakout year last year. She's a heavy hitter that's going to be batting right in the middle of this lineup, along with Crystal Perez. She hit 14 home runs this year for Los Fresnos. She was tied with Lily Rocha for the Valley lead. And then you go down to Lyford in the small schools. Haley Pena had a great year again for Lyford. She did. She was an outfielder her first couple of years. The last few years, she moved over to the catching position. You look at MJ Lopez, another girl from Lyford. And then Danae Hernandez, I feel a girl that doesn't get a lot of credit, being in a 4A school. And she's coming over from Raymondville, and she was really their star athlete. She was an all-district player in basketball, an all-district player on the volleyball court, and then in softball as well. And she's going to be a key piece. She can move all around. She played third base this year. She was a second base last year. She can play short. She got moved to third this year. So a lot of talent on this team on the east side.
When you look at the lineups up and down, we talk about, quality just about at every position and depth, because of the fact that as you scan the 2 rosters that are being introduced here today in San Juan. By the way, we want to thank the city of San Juan for assisting us and providing a place to broadcast this. But Kevin, these coaches have no worries when it comes to depth, because up and down the lineup, we're going to see 3, 4, 5 deep. It was announced 35 players per team. So a lot of players out here, a lot of depth for these coaches to work with. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of players, and all these girls are well-deserving, and being that it's a senior showcase, you can invite just a little bit more than your traditional starting lineup. But there's no shortage of firepower or star power, and I think this is probably the most we've seen both sides loaded in quite some time.
The West All-Stars will be the visitors. The East All-Stars will be the home team. Another change in the format in this is they're going to play 8 innings. And Kevin, there again, it attests to just how many players are participating in this, and they want to give them a chance to shine. And I'm not going to say one last time, because we've got a little ace in the hole coming up next week that a lot of these players are going to be shining one more time. But it does. The 8 innings gives it as the national anthem is being played.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Cougars and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.